Hi guys, this is kind of like my first ever video for the channel, so I decided to, instead of doing a review or introducing myself, I'm just going to go right into it, and I'm going to give my top 10 favorite films or films I'm going to be looking for later in the year. I've already seen a ton of films. I've seen movies like The Wolfman, Green Zone, Hot Tub Time Machine, Shutter Island, Kick-Ass, um, Repo Man, Clash of Time. I mean, I've seen a lot of films this year, which I hope to review and maybe put on YouTube. And maybe some films from last year, maybe some films from my DVD collection. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. I'm a movie critic that loves to review films. So I'm just basically gonna go over my top 10 most favorite movies of the rest of the year. My favorite film of the year so far is Kick-Ass. I love that film to death. So I hope these films can maybe top that, which I don't know if it can because Kick-Ass was so awesome. So this is my top 10 favorite films going into this year. I really hope are great. So my number 10 film is The A-Team. It's out in June. I saw a trailer for this film. I was really surprised of how well made this movie looks. It does look a lot like G.I. Joe, but it definitely looks a lot better acted, and it looks like a lot of fun. Unlike G.I. Joe, which I thought sucked in like every single category. The action scenes weren't funny, and it was poorly acted. Leo Nelson, Sharlto Copley, and surprisingly Bradley Cooper are all in this film. And this looks very, very funny, very good action film. You know, very it's based off the TV series back in the 70s, and my dad loved it, and he really wants to go see it. So looks pretty interesting, and looks really funny. Looks like a very good interpretation of The Losers, which I decided not to go see. I decided to go see Kick-Ass again. So I heard it was very, very decent. So I really hope that the A-Team's good. So that's number 10. Number 9 is The Expendables, which is kind of reminding me of the A-Team, but the whole mercenary thing, and this one looks really good. But I don't think the trailer lives up to the hype. It's being directed by Sylvester Stallone. It's being starred by Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, um, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Uh, I don't know the list in front of me right now, but it has a lot of great action stars. Stone Cold Austin, the hell is his name? Steve Austin. He's in that film too. But it looks like again, look, the A-Team looks like a very good action film. Looks like a pretty good film like Rambo. I love Rambo, so we have to see if it's good or not. So yeah, looks pretty good. Number 8 is The Other Guys. When I saw the trailer for this film, I saw it with Kick-Ass. It looks really, really funny. It stars The Rock. Um, it stars Samuel L. Jackson, Mark Wahlberg, and Will Ferrell. It looks incredibly funny, especially Will Ferrell, and especially Mark Wahlberg, who seems to be really good in cop films, including The Departed. So this looks pretty good. Really funny, simple, basic thing, and I'm really looking forward to the film. Again, I'm not really expecting that much, but looks like a pretty funny film. Number 7 is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now, I've not read the comic or comics, but it is directed by Edgar Wright, who made movies like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, which are two of my favorite comedies of all time. So, I'm really looking forward to this film. Michael Cera looks good. He doesn't look like the really crappy one we saw in year one, which I thought sucked in every single way. Even Jack Black sucked, and he was probably the only highlight of that entire film. But he looks pretty good in this film. Chris Evans looks really funny. Looks like a very stylish comic book movie brought to life. Maybe I should read the comics before. I mean, I kind of made a mistake of not seeing Kick-Ass. A lot of people have said if you love the movie, you love the comics, even though there's changes. So you have to see about that. But it looks pretty good. Okay, number 6 is The Town. A lot of people don't know about this film. The Town is being directed by Ben Affleck. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, why do you want to see a film directed by Ben Affleck? Well, a couple reasons. One, because if you guys haven't seen Gone Baby Gone, which is also directed by Ben Affleck, you need to go see that film because I think it's awesome. It's a great film. And this is really good. It's basically based in Boston, this whole crime era thing. There's no trailer out, but there's a couple pictures out, and I kind of read the synopsis, and there's a book out forget the author's name's Chuck something. I forget his name. Chuck Hogan, I think his name is. I don't know anything about him, but I'm gonna go check the book out. But it looks like a pretty interesting movie, pretty interesting crime movie. So we have to check that out. Okay, now the top 5. These are films I've been waiting for, that I've been really, pumped for the rest of the year. Number 5 is Toy Story 3. Now, it's been over 10 years since we've seen the Toy Story film, since Toy Story 2. The third one comes out. This looks hilarious. I think the trailer was awesome. I thought the trailer really got me hooked. Yes, there was a couple jokes in there. I was like, this is not Toy Story. This reminds me of something really stupid, like I watching like a cartoon series or something. But again, the animation looks great. I had the same doubts going into Toy Story 2 when I was a kid. I loved it. I still love it to death. I think Toy Story is like one of the best animated series ever. So yeah, and it's Pixar, so they can't disappoint. Number 4 is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Now, if you guys don't know, they split the film, the book, I'm sorry, they split the book into 2 parts. It's being directed by David Yates. I loved Half-Blood Prince, loved it to death. I think it's the best film in the series so far. A lot of people don't really agree with me on that one. A lot of people are saying, what's wrong with you? The movie sucked because it took too many parts out. I mean, from filmmaking points, I loved it. I loved the style. I loved the direction. Yes, it didn't have everything the book had, but still, there's some books out there being made into movies that I thought actually the movie was better. I don't think Harry Potter is one of those books, but movies like Fight Club is. But I really enjoyed Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It looks extremely epic. Just the whole epic style, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I follow these sites, and it looks really good. It looks awesome. Number 3 is Iron Man 2. It's coming out in 2 weeks, May 5th or May 6th, or the hell the release date is. I'm pumped for this movie. It looks awesome. Robert Downey Jr., Samuel L. Jackson, John Cheadle, Scarlett Johansson, Mickey Rourke, Sam Rockwell. It looks awesome. It looks really badass. Looks really epic. And Jon Favreau, who directed the first one, you can't. The guy can't let you down. The guy's awesome. So definitely look out for that film. Okay, now these 2 films I kind of intertwined because I really didn't know where to put them on the list because I kept switching around. A lot of people were gonna suggest why I decided to even think these 2 films were going to be amazing. And I decided to put, in correct order. So number 2, I put Tron Legacy. I think the trailer for this film was amazing. I thought it didn't really reveal anything about the plot. I love the first Tron with Jeff Bridges. I loved it. It's an 80 cult classic, and I really hope that Disney does a great job of reviving it. It's kind of a lost gem. I really hope that people go out before the Tron Legacy comes out in December. December 18th, I think, is release date. Yeah, December 18th is release date. I really hope by then people can go out and see the first one. I loved it. A lot of people will love it, and we'll have to see. But overall, it looks awesome. And my number 1 favorite movie of the year is Inception. No doubt in my mind, it's going to be amazing. Christopher Nolan is an up-and-coming director that I really have high hopes for. Memento, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. I mean, this guy has nothing wrong in his record in terms of quality and storytelling and direction. The guy is awesome. Leonardo DiCaprio, Ellen Page, Marion Cotillard, Joseph. Shoot, what's that guy's name? He's the guy from Fire and This Summer. Crap, I forget his name. I'll post it in the sidebar. But the cast looks amazing. I thought the story looks awesome. It reminds me a little bit of The Matrix, but it's kind of loosely based off it. And I think I'm so pumped for this movie. I cannot wait for Inception. A lot of my friends don't want to see it because it looks weird, but trust me, when the reviews start coming out of how groundbreaking this movie is, I guarantee they're going to flock to the theaters. This movie's going to be awesome. I hope to God I can review most of these films. I think I'm going to review all of these films. But in the next couple weeks, I'm going to start releasing some of my past movies I've seen. Movies that I loved particularly, movies I hated. There's a lot I hated this year. This year really hasn't started off the way I wanted it to. But 2 particular films I'm not going to review. One of them is obviously Kick-Ass. I'm going to spoil, not tell you, but another one was great. Maybe I gotta start getting reviews out. Alright guys, thank you. Bye.